The Nifty Show.
And welcome to another episode of The Nifty Show. Joel Comm here.
I'm Zach.
That's your cue. I pause, you go. You're like, oh yeah, me too. Zach there. And today we have three guests with one project. They're all lined up here left to right. It is from left to right, Kat, Saj, and Jack. They are with a project called Fin Society Fables that will be of particular interest to those of you who like your NFTs under the sea, man. Folks, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, we're pretty excited to kind of share what we're about and what we're working on.
FinSocietyFables.com is the website, and the launch is coming up soon. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here, and Saj, maybe you can start and give us a high level, I'd say a bird's eye view, but it would be a fisheye view instead.
Yeah, we'll give you a little fisheye view. Yeah, so we're I mean, this is what you're looking at is the main website. This is where, you know, we have a launch coming up pretty soon, actually. This Friday, December 3rd is the pre-sale. December 4th is the public sale. And it'll be minting on our website. We partner with another tech platform called Dropspace that will basically handle a lot of the minting mechanism and a lot of the, you know, just to make sure there are no, you know, crazy gas wars or just any technical issues. We're a tech company ourselves. All of the co-founders of Fin Society Fables run another tech company called Finally Free Productions out of New York. Yep. And we have a lot of software and tech experience over the last pretty much decade. And, you know, we primarily focus on mobile applications and custom software. So with our expertise, our knowledge, and just being around the technology space for so long, we wanted to have our own little take in the NFT world, in the blockchain world. And this is where we created Fin Society Fables. So on this website that you can see, this is where you'll be minting. Right now, the main focus is phase one. Yeah. Phase one is 300 exclusive, one-of-a-kind GIF NFTs that basically act and operate as exclusive mint ticket passes for just 300 holders. What this allows is basically anything and everything that we release in the future, with whether it's phase two, phase three, our utility, exclusive access to our app first, access to the metaverse once we get there after phase three, and anything that we think would need an exclusive access for all of these phase one holders, which is pretty limited in supply with 300, will be able to benefit from that. And that's pretty much, you know, the roadmap that you see. We're almost done with phase one after Friday. Then we get to phase two, which is 5,000 male fins. And then phase three is 5,000 female fins. And in between, we have attribute cards, which are basically free NFTs that you would get from phase two and phase three. And we also are releasing a social app, which is our main utility for now. Yep. That will allow you to basically go on fun little matching games, dating dates with other fin holders, and where you're able to go on little matching games with these other fin holders. And we have a lot of interesting UI elements implemented within this social app that we're developing and designing. And it's not going to be your standard just, you know, match and breed and produce another NFT app. So there's a lot of intuitive features that we're working on just to make it more user-friendly and focus on the UX.
I want to swim back around to the social use case that you're building on, but first I want to ask, how did you land on this project? What made you decide to do these fish-oriented NFTs?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, we were in another meeting for our tech company, Finally Free Productions, and kind of just going through. It was a creative session, I would say, and kind of one thing led to another. And you know, being the NFT space obviously has been, you know, emerging, you know, over this year, and so after some discussions, one meeting kind of led to the next, and you know, here we are about 2 months or so later.
Yeah.
and we've made a lot of headway, and we're just super excited, I'd say.
Yeah, I think one thing I want to add to what Jack just said, we've all been talking about fishing at our office in our headquarters here for a while.
Yeah.
And we actually went on a company fishing trip. We got a boat, went out somewhere out here in Long Island. We all went on this little fishing trip for a few hours in the wee hours of the morning one weekend, and it was really fun. And coming back, we were just all in that element. And then we kind of realized there's void in the underwater metaverse. I mean, NFTs in general are so new, the idea and concept, and us having that experience and just not that knowledge of tech. We just really wanted to add our take to the space. And that's really just the main idea. Is we were just already so involved in that, and it just made sense, Yeah.
So the fish themselves are a product of Cat, right? You're the lead artist on this project. So these are your hand drawings?
Yes, sir.
So are you partial to fish? Like, did you sketch fish before, when the team decided, oh yeah, I can do fish. Fish would be fun.
Yeah, I think we all kind of came up with the fish idea organically. But aside from that, I do a lot of like life drawing. I was an artist before here, so I draw like animals and nature and stuff like that.
I mean, they're very cute. They're cute fish. They can see, their eyes go off this direction. And I guess what I'm looking at here are, these more detailed cards. They can go on these dates together, and then eventually, I guess they can have baby fins, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what you're looking at, here is a little bit more of just like a visual, like roadmap almost. But what you had before is almost like a preview as to what the social app would look like. As Saj had mentioned, creating custom software and mobile applications is kind of our bread and butter, if you will. So these are just some previews that we thought would be fun for people in our community and fans in our community to kind of see and almost have a taste as to what the future will look like.
So I know this is very much Tinder themed, and I was wondering what you would call it, because I would presume
Tinder
related.
There he is. There he is.
See, I was thinking, well, they wouldn't want to call it hooker because.
Oh, that's a good one. We didn't even think of that.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. We don't even say it with people. Yeah, we talk about this in all of our meetings. We actually refer to this as the Finder app.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You have a typo here. I'm really good with this stuff here, just for Poseidon in your white paper. I like the white paper. Like, I like that you actually created a parchment. Like, there's a lot of love and care that's gone into this, right? The font that you've used, the design of it, it shows that, design aesthetic really matters to you. I see a lot of white papers that are purely that. And it doesn't mean that their project is bad. It's just when I see this, it shows me that there's really a lot of care that's going into the project. This matters to you. This is not a money grab. This is something that you're in for the long haul.
Yeah, absolutely. We couldn't have said it any better, Joel. Basically, we've spent roughly about, I would say, maybe 5 weeks on just the content, the storyline, just all of the different elements of the white paper. And then Kat spent maybe about 2 weeks on the design. She took a lot of time just to make sure that aesthetically it's pleasing, just exactly what you said. We took a lot of inspiration from some of the more successful white papers, and we wanted to have our own spin to it. And yeah, we're a design company first, and we definitely wanted people to be able to see that.
Yeah, I would say that definitely shines through, and I can appreciate the graphical attention to detail. I wanted to know, because we're seeing a lot of sort of samples of the fish, and it looks like, unlike most generative collections, there's nothing too super unrealistic about these. I don't see any fish with clown noses. So that said, like, can you describe sort of how,
or laser eyes,
I haven't seen any fish with laser eyes. So can you describe how the generative aspects can come out to produce different results?
Yeah. So if you pause right there, you'll see there's scales, caudal fin, dorsal fin, pectoral, pelvic, pretty much all of these different body parts. There's definitely a trait and rarity system that we have planned. What you're looking at is phase 2 and phase 3 fins, male and female fins.
Right.
Because phase 1 is, as you remember, they're GIFs, right? They're basically telling a story of what their lives are going to look like in the metaverse. But these fins, I mean, there are a lot of traits, and we're working on them. But mostly it's just the aesthetics and the design and how they'll look like on the body parts of the fins. So yeah, that's why you're not really seeing a lot of variation. But that being said, we've worked on different, crazier combinations, like kind of like a shark scales and things like that. And we'll reveal more sneak peeks over the next couple of weeks, right after phase 1's completed.
Can I name my fish?
Sorry, say again.
Good, Zach.
I'm curious to know what made you decide to go with the more realistic and believable approach on the different characteristics.
I think we're just kind of displaying these for now, but honestly, we're going to integrate both. And we have more like unrealistic or like fun traits planned out down the road. Those would be like in the higher up categories, like legendary and super rare. But we have a system planned out with them.
Yeah. And
Laser eyes are not out of the question.
Laser, I don't think we have laser eyes. No laser eyes.
Not currently.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a good kind of spot to be as well, that the attribute cards, and just to kind of piggyback on what Kat had said, all the different like traits, like all those things that Saj had listed off before, like those are real parts of the fish. So you wanted to have an element of, you can definitely see what parts of the fin are in what your traits are, but then also kind of going back to the attribute cards and traits, in the social app, there's really going to be two different paths, if you will, that a fin could take. You have the survivor fin, and then you'll have the revolutionary fin. Survivor fin is kind of, you're in a place where you just kind of want to get through life, maybe do some farming, maybe do some other things just to kind of sustain. Compared to the revolutionary, as you can see some of the traits here, you have tough, yoked, weapon knowledge. These are going to be these are
fighter fins.
These are going to be the fighter fins, where as you kind of go through the white paper, go through the lore, the fins have a certain obligation that they must do something about, let's say.
If you're going to have a survivor attribute type of fish, I'm going to propose that there be a super rare one that has the eye of the tiger.
I could definitely write that.
I like that idea.
It's survivor, like it doesn't get any better than that. Okay, so is this all on Ethereum then?
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, and the sale is taking place here at finsocietyfables.com. Tell us again the exact dates and the minting price.
So 12/3, which is this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Minting price will be 0.05 Ethereum and ETH, and we're actually keeping the same price across the board, even for public, like pre-sale and public at the same price. Again, the goal, like you said, Joel, this wasn't a money grab. Considering that we have a supply of 300 only, a lot of low supply projects do things like 0.25 or 0.5 ETH, and they can move. We have a pretty loyal community right now. We could have done something like that. For us, this is arbitrary. We really just want dedicated, loyal people to be able to hold, be one of the first early ones going into phase 2, and just be able to, have that sense of ownership of, all right, I'm an OG. Moving forward, I get everything.
I just want to say there's over 13,000 people in your Discord. I just clicked and joined. I'm blown away. So you guys want to hop in there, just click the Discord link on the page and start interacting with this community. I'm even more impressed now than I was.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And just to kind of add on to that, in our Discord, we love our community and the community we've built thus far. Typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll hold like a trivia night, where we will ask questions.
It's called Fantastic Trivia Night.
Fantastic Trivia Night.
There's some, obviously Fin pun related questions.
Yeah.
And, the community seems to really enjoy them.
Yeah. And we'll do questions on like our white paper and just overall fun questions to kind of get the community involved. We have a blast, honestly. It's a lot of fun. That's actually hosted by our trivia master. You can see him in the Discord as FSF Dark Angler. His name is Nick. He's part of the team here. And so it's a lot of fun. So definitely tune in 8:30 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. Got some wicked prizes for season 2 as well.
I just posted in your Discord a screenshot of all of us together. So this should
nice.
this should get the community super excited.
That's
you guys are
fantastic.
here. Appreciate you coming on today. Fin Society Fables.com is the website. And to the three of you and the rest of the team, good luck with the project.
Thank you so much, Joel. We appreciate you taking the time. Thank you, Zach. We're excited, for the airing of this episode, and we'll definitely share this amongst our community members as well. And thank you so much.
Yeah,
you guys hang out for just a second. I just want to give a quick shout out to another project that got dropped into our wallet here recently. The project's called Bad Tattoos, and they're on OpenSea. You can find a link to it in the show notes, but really interesting project right here from what these guys have created. They've done, let's see, to date, 67 items. You can see they've got a floor price of 0.3, some really unique and interesting art that they've created. They are portraits of inspirational badasses with their lives tattooed on them. There is a Discord that you can join that also is in the show notes. You can follow them on Twitter at Bad Tattoos NFT to check them out. I like my bad tattoo. They were kind enough to drop me one, and I'm gonna see if I can locate it right here. If I just type bad, then it should be there it is. There's Ada Lovelace is my bad tattoo, the mother of computers, and there's got some information
Very nice.
from her right there. So you guys can check out Bad Tattoos on OpenSea. And thanks for joining us for the Nifty Show. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Until then,
Keep it nifty.